Good day everyone. In this day, we are going to tackle the property of well-written text, the coherence and cohesion. So here, we are going to give the definitions of coherence and cohesion first, and then last, we are going to explain the two. So, what is cohesion? Cohesion relates to the micro level of the text. In adjective which is cohesive means united and working together and fitting well together. So cohesion is like an act of sticking together tightly in order to form a structural words. Like for example in jigsaw, when the first puzzle linking with other puzzle, when they are joining together, it is a cohesion because they are linking together. Another example, a sports team with a good cohesion often performs better because its members work seemingly together. So in this example, it is a cohesion because it tells that a sports team performs better because their members work together, and this is included in cohesion because it has a form of linking or joining together. So the second one is the coherence. So what is coherence? Coherence relates to the macro level of features of a text which help it to make sense as a whole. So in adjective, coherent, logically ordered and connected, clear and consistent, and understandable. Coherence is a state or situation in which all the parts or ideas fit together well so that they form a united whole. That coherence is arranged in clear and logical, and the reader can easily understand the main points. First example is the jigsaw. The whole jigsaw. It is coherence because it is already arranged and it is understandable. Another example, it uses transitional words and phrases like however, in addition, on the other hand, as a result, to guide readers through argument. So this example is a coherence because it uses transitional words in order to arrange the words or situation. So that is coherence. Those are the definitions of cohesion and coherence.
Good cohesion is achieved through the following 5 main methods. The first one is reference words. Second is repeated words or ideas, transition signals, substitution, and ellipsis.
What is reference word? Word which do not make sense on their own. Refers to something in the text. For example, this, that, those, it, they, them, he, she, and which.
The next one is repeated words. What is repeated words? It is the repetition of words in the text. Like for example, the problem with contemporary art is that it is not easily understood by most people. Contemporary is deliberately abstract, and that means it lives. So let us move through the transition signals. What is transition signals? These are words or phrases which signal relationship between ideas, and also called linking phrases, signpost phrases, and cohesive devices. Like for example, in cause transition, for this reason and because of. In effect transitions, as a result, consequently. In comparison transitions, we have similarly, and just like, and also in contrast transition, we have however and whereas. So there are a lot of transitional signals, and there are transitions to show examples, order of importance, showing chronological order, and showing list, giving addition, and showing alternatives. So that is transition signals. The fourth one is substitution. So what is substitution? Substitution, also known as substitute or replace an earlier words with another. Substitution is similar to reference words. Example: the graph on the left shows average calorie intake by age, while one on the right shows daily exercise levels. So in the first line, there is a word graph. Then when we are going to go through the second line, it has been substituted by the word one. It is repeated. Another example is drinking alcohol before driving is banned in many countries, since doing so can seriously impairs one's ability to drive safely. So in the first line, drinking alcohol before driving, the word before has been substituted on the second line, the word doing, because before driving, and it has been substitute to the doing. Doing so can seriously impairs one's ability to drive safely. So that is substitution. So the last part is ellipsis. So ellipsis is leaving out words because the meaning is clear. Like for example, first, the first graph shows a high calorie intake for 20 to 20 years old. Then in the second line, we can erase the word the first graph shows and let us direct it through the word lower calorie intake for 25 to 30 years old. And then when we are going to go through the third line, we can erase the word and the first graph shows and direct into the word very low calorie intake for those over 30. So when we are going to read it without saying the erased words, the first graph shows a high calorie intake for 20 to 20 years old, a lower calorie intake for 25 to 30 years old, and a very low calorie intake for those over 30 years old. So that is ellipsis.
Coherence refers to a logical smooth flow or ideas in a piece of writing or speech. It ensures that the content is organized in a way that makes sense to the reader or listener. When the piece of writing or speech is coherent, it is consistent, logical, and undefined, making it easy to understand. For example, in this example, the paragraph is coherent because all sentences logically connect to the main idea, which is the benefits of physical concepts. Each sentence provides different benefits contributing to the overall argument. The use of transition words like first and promote also furthermore and therefore also enhances the coherence by providing clear connections